Your value proposition is a crucial asset to all of your sales and marketing. So, what is a value proposition and how do you get this right? Hey, folks, if we haven't met before, I'm Kenneth Burke. I took a company from zero to $20 million in revenue in an acquisition as their head of marketing. I've built my own business, I've earned some nice degrees and awards, and now I help people like you take the guesswork out of growth. If that's interesting, subscribe for more and share this with somebody else who's building. So, what is a value proposition? A value proposition is a short description of what your product or service does, who your specific customer is, and why it's valuable to them, or in other words, why they would be willing to pay you for it. It's also often good to compare it to existing alternatives. So, for instance, if you work in a competitive marketplace, why would somebody choose you instead of your competitor? Or if you are new on the scene, why would they choose you instead of the old way of doing things? So, that's how to think about it. How to apply this? This is really used internally. So this creates the base for your company or all the employees in your company to understand what you do, who you serve, and how it's valuable to them. And then it's going to be the foundation for your marketing messaging and for your sales conversations. So this is probably not something you're going to write down and then use as a lead in for your product pitch or your product demo or your sales pitch. It's probably not something that you're going to write down and then copy and paste onto your website or into your ad copy, but it's going to be the basis that informs all of that. So it's important you get it right. It also means this is not something that is necessarily simple to do. It can take a lot of work because you need to understand your customer really well. You need to understand your product really well and how it's viewed by that customer. And you need to understand your market really well. So the competitive landscape, any other moving pieces with that, and know where you fit in it. That's how you can create a really good value proposition. So, what does it look like in practice? Well, I've got a whole blog post and a newsletter on this. I'll link it in the video description below here for YouTube and anywhere else I post this video. So definitely reference that because it's going to be much more detailed and in text rather than me just trying to say it to you. So, but here's a basic starting point that you can do it. So you want to go with a simple, I'll call it a framework or a simple template that brand name provides this target customer with this core functionality so that they can accomplish this goal. So let's use a couple of companies I've worked with as examples. So let's say Text Request is a company I worked with for 10 years. So I know them pretty well. So let's say Text Request provides a business text messaging software, or excuse me, provides small business owners with a business text messaging software so they can get more responses. And in that context, getting more responses is important because they have to get customer responses to make more money. So we help customers make more money through text messaging. In the case of Readerful, which is a company I advise, and you can learn more about them at readerful.com. Readerful provides novelists with a platform to share their works in progress with readers so that they can get paid while they are writing their story or while they're finishing their story. So, in both of these examples, I've shared the brand name, that's Text Request, and that's Readerful. I've shared the customer segment, that's small business owners for Text Request and novelists for Readerful. I've shared the core functionality or what it does for Text Request. That's a business text messaging tool. For Readerful, it's a platform to connect with or to share your story. And then what you accomplish. So in both cases, it's really to make money. So generally speaking, if your value proposition will help people make more money, you're on a good track. If not, you may still be offering plenty of value, but you just need to get pretty specific. If it's a consumer product, it's going to be emotional. If it's a business product, it's going to be metric driven. So then the goal in both cases is make money. So anyway, so there's a basic example of a value proposition. You can go to textrequest.com or readerful.com to see more specifically how that gets applied into marketing messaging and other messaging. But that's a great basis for it. So be sure before you spend a bunch of time and money trying to do cold outreach to hundreds or thousands of people, before you spend a lot of money on advertising, any of that, be sure you get your value proposition right. And if you want help with this, just reach out to me at burkebits@gmail.com. So I'm happy to help. Start that conversation with me. Let's build better together.